Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
Well, we say it every Saturday. That's right, because we're here with you every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Our goal every week for over half a decade is to help share with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about so many things, not just about loans, not about real estate, not just about financial, about your community, about professionals out here that can help you in any area of your life. In fact, we put them together in one big group because we're always like, who do I call for this? Who do I call for that? Who do I trust? Who's accountable to you? Who's accountable to us? Who's accountable to our community? Well, America's Professional Resource Group is that group. And we've, after interviewing, like I said, go to donandgino.com. You'll see over 1,200 interviews. It's not like we haven't talked to a lot of professionals and found out who is the best, who had great advice, who really cares about you, and that's America's Professional Resource Group. Go to aprgi.com, aprgi.com, and you'll have a slew of top professionals. Plus, you can click on the Vault magazine. There are articles in this magazine that will change your life. There's no ads. It's all articles. And you can even, we even have some of the great businesses around and restaurants around. I mean, I just got off the phone with Greg Amsler with Salt Creek, and they've given up a couple of their recipes, like their famous Chilean sea bass recipe and a few others. We got the refinery. We got so many great purveyors and people in there that really care about our community. So again, aprgi.com. Check out the Vault magazine. It's no cost to you, online magazine. And one of the people that adds a lot of value to that is here with me now. He's been on our show many times, has his own radio show because he's a giver. Myles McNamara with Comfort Keepers in Home Care. Thank you for joining us again.
My pleasure.
All right, before we go, we were already talking about some of the areas of how you help, and we're going to go into why it's important you might want to consider having somebody help your aging parent possibly. But how can they get a hold of you? Because you have a couple of great websites.
We do. I'm right here on Lyons Avenue locally, 23900 Lyons Avenue. Obviously, the old-fashioned way of the phone, 661-287-4200. But we do have some, like yourself, some informative websites. We have the comfortkeepers.com website, but I also have a microsite that really delves into some videos and frequently asked questions, and that's seniorcaresantaclarita.com. seniorcaresantaclarita.com. And again, it's people don't know what they don't know. So
exactly.
It's like the most frequently asked questions when we're experiencing, caring for an aging loved one. What's the next step? What should we be doing? What should we be planning for? But it kind of segues me into the discussion is as our parents age, it's all about semantics. I mean, it's interesting. I heard you talking about being on the air for half a decade. That sounds impressive, but then when you break it down and say, well, that's 5 years, okay, that's decent.
Right.
But it's how you present things, and it's the same when you have the discussion with your parents. Do it at a time when you don't have to have the discussion.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Talk about what's coming down the road. I mentioned it in the first segment. Ain't none of us getting out of this alive. That's
right.
kind of a crass way to put it. But we are all going to age. So talk about what's going to happen down the road. Not only, your legal documents, your advanced health care directives, all the way to things after you're gone. How do you want the funeral planned? What music do you want playing? So that you take that onus off of your family. They don't have to make decisions. They don't have to argue about what mom wanted. It's right here on this document what mom wanted.
Right,
She
right.
said,
Makes
when
it
this
so much
happens,
easier, yes.
I want this.
Yeah.
Because, one of the toughest transitions is when you have to start parenting your parents.
Yeah,
and
we were talking about that.
Right, and you have to do so with dignity. You have to do so with respect. It's like me, Don. You're still physically and mentally, well, sort of.
Yeah,
cute.
a lot of people challenge that.
But when we start to get older,
Shut up, Lisa.
Can you imagine if I just walked up and said, Don, give me your car keys? You can't drive anymore.
Right, yeah, that's going to go over well.
Well, yeah, because now you've just lost a huge part of your independence, and you still feel like you can drive, and you can. But I mean, our seniors, as they get older, the loss of their reactions and their peripheral visions and their mobility, it's all kind of a slow process, and that's why Thanksgiving is a huge part of my business, because that's that's the highest rated time of year people come together, and they haven't seen their parents in a year. So now it's Thanksgiving, let's go carve the turkey. And now they come in and the house is a mess. There's stale food in the refrigerator. There's, you start to look around and go, whoa, mom was always so tidy, and mom was always so exact. And now you're looking around going, there's some issues here. Right. And so now how do we broach that conversation in a respectful way And again, that's why with Comfort Keepers, present us as a concierge service. You've saved for a rainy day.
What a great way to present, like
Right.
you said, semantics, like you were
Right.
talking about, because that's a
Exactly.
nice thing. I'm not getting you a doctor. We're
Right.
getting you a concierge just to help you with things.
We're not getting you a nurse. We're not going to call them a caregiver. We'll call them a comfort keeper, and they're going to come in and they're going to be your concierge service. Because you know what? You've worked hard all your life. You deserve it.
Absolutely.
Like we
Well, and
hire-
you don't want your life ending at that point because you can't get to the store. You can't
Right.
do this and that. I mean,
that's
you
exactly
still allow
right.
them to do what they need to do with a professional that knows how to help them with that. That's a big deal, too.
Right. Well, again, going back to it's all semantics, Don. How many of us at our young, capable age, we hire gardeners, we hire house cleaners, we hire things that we outsource.
Right.
So it's the same thing as our parents. Let's outsource some of these responsibilities so that you can relax and enjoy life the way you've deserved.
On that note, see, you can tell how passionate. I love how passionate you get because you just love what you do, and you guys do a great job. That's why you're 7th year in a row, 8th year in a row,
8th year in a row, best of
for in-home care.
Yeah.
So
thank
I
you.
challenge you. You should, if it's you, your parent, your grandparent, this is in your head. I'm sorry, it's just going to be. It should be. Go to seniorcaresantacrita.com because, one, Myles took the time. Most don't do this, trust me. I try to get a lot of professionals to do FAQs, meaning things you should know about your business. Myles took the time to do it, but you also get to know Myles. You'll get to know the training that goes behind it, the care that goes behind it, what they can do for you. How he presents it is completely different than, hey, hire us. We'll go and take care of you'll take your mom to the bathroom. Well, there's so much more than that.
Right.
I mean, do you want to do that? Is it going to be uncomfortable for you? But now if you can present it as, hey, we got a concierge service that'll help you, it'll make them go, I don't really want you taking care of me in the bathroom. I mean, that's an uncomfortable thing for
Right.
a parent and child.
Right.
So you guys
very
can help with
awkward.
that.
And one thing I want your listeners to know too, Don, is if home care isn't quite the right path for you at this point, we do free and home consultations. My care managers will come out, sit down with you, do a full assessment or a visit or what, however semantically we want to put it. But the thing that I want to stress is we've been in the Valley for over 15 years. We have a lot of what we call as others do, their golden Rolodex. So if home care isn't exactly at the point to pull the trigger, maybe a gerontologist, maybe, some sort of another outsourced, product in our community that I could point them in the right direction, But again,
Well, like when you're experts, we'll make sure that, hey, here's a suggestion. Go please see a gerontologist. Go see the right doctors and stuff. I mentioned my dad, unfortunately. If he would have gone to the proper doctor, he just unfortunately wasn't feeling good, went and saw, not all of them bad, but I'm just saying went and just saw an urgent care that didn't do the proper assessment for elderly. Sorry, he's over 65.
age was their diagnosis.
And they're just here's some, basically, here's some antibiotics. Go home, it'll be fine. Literally, in a day and a half, he was no longer around because they didn't diagnose him correctly. He had basically a staph infection that turned septic, and they should have had him in the hospital.
And one thing I wanted, not to interrupt you, my friend, but I know we're running short on
Yep.
time. I say this every time I'm on your show, and I want to say it again. Is, folks, if you don't have an advanced healthcare directive, you need to call an attorney who specializes in that. And basically what that is it gives an agent of your choosing, it doesn't have to be a family member, to speak on your behalf if for whatever reason you're not able to speak on your behalf. Meaning, let your agent just tell the doctors what to do. Don't let the doctors make that decision. So when you have an advanced healthcare directive, and if you have children 18 years or older, they should have an advanced healthcare directive.
I know, huh?
Because you cannot speak legally on behalf of a legal adult unless it's on paper. So
Great,
get an
great
advanced
advice.
healthcare directive.
All right, you can go to aprgi.com and look up Lisa Odom with Pool and Shaftry. She'll help you with that. Again, we always have every professional help you with whatever you need, and they're great professionals that really care, like you.
And if I can do a shameless plug, because I know
Of course.
Lisa works with my wife a lot. Jane McNamara is also an elder law attorney here in town, and I know her and Lisa actually refer back and forth to each other.
That's right,
So,
that's right.
So again, my wife specializes in elder law and the issues that we face with our aging
See, you
parents
got
as
it
well.
all taken care of there. You should plug that because they're both great people.
Right.
They
No,
work together,
I adore
like you
Lisa.
said.
She's great, but like I said, actually, Lisa and Jane used to share the same office space.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they refer back and forth to each other.
All right, cool. All right, one more time, tell them how to best get a hold of you.
Well, again, by phone, 661-287-4200. But just if it's easy to remember, comfortkeepers.com, and you can funnel down to us. But seniorcaresantaclarita.com will get you right to my microsite. All the frequently asked questions. Seniorcaresantaclarita.com.
Myles McNamara with Comfort Keepers In-Home Care, top in-home care facility and company for 8 years running for a reason, because you care.
We
How
try our
about
best,
that?
Don. Thanks.
Thanks for being part of our show again. Thank you all for joining us every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here. And check us out at donandgino.com, nrecafe.com, aprgi.com. Bottom line is we put a lot of effort to making sure that we guide you to personal and financial wellness. Have a great weekend, and remember to be good humans.